Most garage door problems are completely preventable. A quick annual checkup takes less than 30 minutes and can save you hundreds of dollars in repairs down the road. In this video, I'll walk you through a 7-point maintenance checklist you can do yourself. No tools required for most of it. This applies to all major brands including LiftMaster, Chamberlain, Genie, and Craftsman. Start with a visual inspection. This takes about 2 minutes and sets the foundation for everything else. First, look at the tracks on both sides. Check for rust, cracks, or any bending. Make sure nothing is blocking the track path. Leaves, tools, or debris can cause problems over time. Wipe the tracks down with a soft cloth if they're dirty. Next, look at the rollers. These are the small wheels that run inside the tracks. Check for cracks, chipping, or wobbling. Most rollers last 5 to 7 years. If yours look worn, replacement is inexpensive and worth doing. Finally, take a look at the door panels themselves. Look for dents, warping, weather damage, and check the hinges for rust or bending. Any loose or missing bolts should be tightened or replaced before moving on. Lubrication is one of the most important things you can do for your garage door, and one of the most misunderstood. First, what to use. You want a silicone-based spray or white lithium grease, products made specifically for garage doors. I've linked the ones I recommend in the description. Now, what not to use. Do not use WD-40. WD-40 is a solvent, not a lubricant. It attracts dirt and dries out quickly, making things worse over time. Here's what to lubricate. The hinges, apply a light coating to the pivot points on each one. The rollers, lubricate the bearings and stems, but do not get lubricant on nylon roller wheels. The springs, a light coating along the full length helps prevent rust and reduces noise. And if you have a chain drive or screw drive opener, apply lubricant to the chain or screw. Important, if you have a belt drive opener, do not lubricate the belt. It causes slippage. Do this every 6 to 12 months and your door will run quieter and last significantly longer. The balance test tells you how your springs are doing, and it's simple. Start by pulling the red emergency release cord to disconnect the opener. This lets you operate the door manually. Now, lift the door to about waist height and let go. A properly balanced door will stay in place with only slight movement. If the door falls back down, the springs are losing tension. If it shoots upward, they may be over-tensioned. Either way, do not attempt to adjust or replace springs yourself. They are under extreme tension and can cause serious injury. Call a professional. Once you're done, pull the emergency release cord back toward the door to re-engage the opener. Your safety sensors are what prevent the door from closing on a person, pet, or object. Testing them takes about 30 seconds. Start closing the door using your remote or wall button, then wave your hand through the sensor beam near the bottom of the tracks. The door should immediately stop and reverse. If it doesn't, the sensors need attention. While you're there, check the indicator lights on both sensors. On most LiftMaster and Chamberlain openers, the sending sensor shows a solid amber light and the receiving sensor shows a solid green light. If either is blinking, the sensors are misaligned. Wipe both lenses with a dry cloth to remove any dust or cobwebs, then gently adjust the blinking sensor until both lights go solid. Also worth noting, direct sunlight hitting a sensor lens can cause false triggers. If your door reverses for no reason in the afternoon, sunlight may be the culprit. A small cardboard shade taped over the lens usually fixes it. Weather stripping is your garage door's first line of defense against moisture, drafts, bugs, and dirt. Inspect the strips on all 4 sides, top, bottom, and both sides of the door frame. Look for cracks, tears, gaps, or sections that have become brittle and stiff. Then close the door completely and look for any daylight showing through. Any gap means air, water, and pests can get in too. The bottom seal is the most commonly worn piece. It's the rubber strip that presses against the floor when the door closes. The good news is it slides into a retainer track and is easy to replace yourself. The side and top strips are foam or rubber pieces attached to the door frame. Available at any hardware store for just a few dollars. Replacing worn weather stripping also lowers your energy bills if your garage is attached to your home. Every time your garage door opens and closes, it vibrates. Over time, those vibrations loosen nuts, bolts, and brackets throughout the system. This step is simple. Go around the door and check all the hardware. That includes the track mounting bolts, hinge bolts, roller brackets, and the opener's mounting hardware. Use a socket wrench or screwdriver to snug up anything that feels loose. One important note, do not over-tighten. You want firm, not forced. Over-tightening can strip threads or crack brackets and create a bigger problem. A good time to do the hardware check is right after lubrication. You'll already have the door in motion and can feel and hear any loose parts rattling. A rattle or clunk during operation is almost always a loose bolt. Find it early before it becomes a bigger issue. The last step is a cable inspection, and this one is look only. Do not touch the cables. The lift cables run from the bottom corners of the door up to the spring drum. With the door closed, take a close look at the cables on both sides. You're checking for fraying, broken wire strands, rust, kinking, or any damage near the drum or anchor points where stress concentrates. Even minor cable damage warrants a professional inspection. Cables work in conjunction with the springs and are under extreme tension. A sudden cable failure is a serious safety hazard. If everything looks clean and intact, great, you're done. If you see any fraying or damage at all, call a professional and don't operate the door until it's been repaired. That's your 7-point garage door maintenance checklist. Visual inspection, lubrication, balance test, sensor test, weather stripping, hardware check, and cable inspection. Do this once a year and your garage door will last significantly longer with fewer unexpected breakdowns. I've linked the lubricant and replacement parts mentioned in this video in the description below. If you found this helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for weekly garage door and gate tutorials. Thanks for watching.